Hey guys, my name is Simon Leonard from Roundnet Ireland. I live here in the capital city, Dublin. I discovered Roundnet when I was doing a university exchange in Colorado. I was playing over there for 6 months and I fell in love with the sport. I brought a set back to Ireland and my friends were just all over it every single day. I couldn't go anywhere without being asked to bring the spike ball set. How I really got to become a spike ball ambassador, which is an important part of this story, is my dog burst my spike ball balls. And back then in 2017, I wanted to get spike ball balls to Ireland. You paid the €10 it is for the product itself, and then you paid €60 for it to transport across. I got in contact with Joe and he sent me over the spike balls, but also 6 spike ball sets, which I then decided to take as my life's work after that point. Just started bringing it to my university and getting people playing there. In the first year, or my last year of college, I decided it was time to set up a club in UCD East, my college in Dublin. That was called the University Spike Ball League, and to me, that was the first ever university league in Europe at that stage. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong, but we had 40 teams in our very first year, and then in our second year, we had 60 teams. But after that point, I left college, and unfortunately, a lot of those players emigrated, like lots of people in Ireland do. Again, I'd lost the ground community that we had before. So I decided that the best thing to do for the progression of the sport was to go to bigger organizations such as schools. I started traveling in 2019 around Ireland to any school that would take me, and every single time they on Roundnet or spike ball in their schools. We started our Instagram page at the very beginning, before really we had a following at all, and I recommend that to every single community because you get to kind of see what else is going on out there. And I think we grew our Instagram because we were making kind of footage that was a bit different. Some of our after movies, for example, of our University Spike Ball League, we actually included some footage from a trip that we took. Actually, one specific video I'll talk about, we traveled around Central America and I brought a spike ball set every single where I went. So we actually played spike ball like in front of the Mayan tombs. I don't know what you call them, the pyramid type yokes. And we definitely weren't allowed to do that, but for the sake of getting that quality content, it had to be done. Today, we have 3 communities around Ireland. One in the city here in Dublin. We've got one growing up north in Northern Ireland. And we also have one on the west coast as well. Our first tournament was actually in my back garden. So here's the scene of the first tournament. Not very big, right? We had 4 sets out there, and I think we had about 20 teams signing up, and they were all my closest friends. And God, it was so much fun. The biggest influences to Roundnet Ireland, and to me as a Roundnet player, definitely came from the people that came to our country and played with us. We had an awesome experience when Jarrett Rouse, Buddy Hammond, Nora White, 2 other awesome guys, I'm sorry for getting their names now, came over and played with all of our community. And I could only imagine how mortified they were by the quality of our game. And this is a great example of that. So they all arrived at the field where we're playing. And I see Jarrett in the distance, and I'm a massive fan of Jarrett. And I kind of run close to him and I chuck him a ball and he grabs it. And we all know right now that a spike ball should be like this. Our ones back then were like this. Immediately he was like looking at it like, oh God, what have we walked into? And that day they were such gentlemen in terms of not whooping our asses and making a fun game of it. My favorite memory has to be in the middle of COVID, our July 4th tournament, which was our biggest tournament to date. We had in my local park, and it was the first tournament we had sponsors. It was the first tournament where we had a professional setup. I had a megaphone for the first time, and you know, it was just so goddamn incredible. Ireland has a chance to compete, but we're not going to be hoping for the top 5. And I think that there's something special about our community. I hope that we can really stand up when it comes to playing against the US, Canadian, German teams, not get butchered, but I think we can. We are gonna start training starting the second we can start playing again. So if you want to learn more about Roundnet Ireland, the best place to follow us definitely is on Instagram. Feel free to reach out to us and tag us in your videos. We love to talk to all of you guys across the world, and when everything's back, we can't wait to start traveling to European tournaments. So invite us over and we will be there.